Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a kind of mixed discussion about three different things, and you'll see that in the title of the video, of course. We're going to talk about Celtic's injury issues, which, injury and issue. The one player who has been very instrumental to the team recently, who has found himself on the sidelines for not a confirmed amount of time yet, but we'll get into it. Second thing is January, and the third thing I want to talk about, and what I'm going to start off with, is Leigh Griffiths, a discussion which I've not personally made anything yet, kind of. I've only said the one thing on Twitter, and that is that my thoughts are with Leigh, and I hope for a quick recovery and such. It's a discussion that, you know, it's very delicate to go around, and it's something that I think every Celtic fan already has and should rally around the guy and give him all the support and the word we need. So we found ourselves in a situation where you could say backup striker, and our only other striker behind Odsonne Édouard, first team striker, has found himself out the team due to personal ongoing issues, which Brendan Rodgers has addressed briefly. And one thing I'll get into as we go along, but he's found himself out the team and for a number of months. Well, we've been told, we don't know how long exactly, but one thing is we've got to be patient with it. This is a very, very, as I said, delicate issue. And first of all, I just want to say my thoughts with Leigh Griffiths, a player who we know when he plays his best football is a fantastic player, and it's horrible to see these kind of things happen when mental issues build up. And it does make you, you just sit down and think, you know, Leigh Griffiths and any football player at a club like Celtic should be at their happiest point. But it's just not the case. Everybody's human beings, and we're going to deal with our own sort of mental issues and personal issues and life issues. And I'm sure many fans of the channel will know exactly where I'm coming from. Everybody's had to deal with stuff, so be patient with it. Give the guy time. And one thing I don't like seeing is all these rumours floating about on Twitter and every other source of the internet and the Daily Record and things. You know, you see all these rumours that he's been mixed up with gangsters and blah blah blah. No one knows exactly what it is, and there's no need for fans to speculate. I'm looking for the comments section, for example, my videos of people saying, "Oh, I've heard this, that, and the next thing," and I'm not saying don't say that, but the last thing we should do is be piling on stuff for what Leigh Griffiths will probably see, and if it's completely untrue, it's just, you know, kind of a mess about for him. And I just hope the guy does come back soon, because he's a fantastic player when he plays his best football. He's a player who does offer quality to Celtic and offers something that Celtic need, and depth as well. So it is a shame to see the guy go out, and obviously we know that he's not had the most illustrious career when it comes to, you know, his own personal life and fitness issues and staying fit in general. He's had a very difficult career since coming to Celtic. You know, he found himself in a position when Brendan Rodgers first came in, said he's not fit enough, and he had to improve his fitness. And then obviously he's got his children to deal with, and he's got a whole life behind him that he has to prioritise over Celtic, and it's rightfully done by himself and by Brendan Rodgers, by everybody who took the decision at Celtic to give him this time off. And all I can say is I hope for a quick recovery, but you know, he takes all the time that he needs as the priority to sort himself out, not rush himself back into football. It's all about sorting out his life first. It's the simple way to put it. And let's just hope and let's rally as a Celtic community. It was nice to see the Celtic fans rally behind him on Thursday night when they were chanting for Griffiths at the Salzburg game. As much support is needed in these kind of times. And it leaves Celtic, look, now what do we do with strikers? What do we move on to? Édouard hasn't been great as of recently. A lot of fans getting on his back as well. Once again, be patient. The performances will come, I imagine. But we definitely, and I'll come into that when we get onto the January discussion, we will need to look into improving that area of the park. But thoughts are with Leigh Griffiths, quite simply put. Very delicate issue. I don't want to comment too much on it. It's not my place to comment on someone's mental health issues and their personal life. I'm here to talk about the football that happens in the park and not everything behind the scenes. But just, I said it on Twitter and I'll say it now. My thoughts are with Leigh, and I hope that he gets through the tough times as quickly as possible and back to doing what he does best, and that's scoring goals. Hopefully that does happen soon. So the injury issue we have to talk about is obviously Ryan Christie, who on Thursday night was stretchered off the park with what is unknown yet. There's been no confirmation. At first, my initial reaction was that's a broken leg. That's him out for the rest of the season. But the way it happened, I've not actually seen the highlight of it and how his leg went or whatever, but just when I was looking at it, that's a leg break. Guy can't stand, he's getting stretchered off. It's not looking good for him. And I thought initially it was a leg break, but through Twitter I've been hearing, and what I've been seeing is the initial x-ray has shown there's no fracture of the leg, there's no break in the bone, which is fantastic as we want to hear, but there still may be ligament damage there. You know, he could have torn his ACL, there's so many things that can go wrong, and especially around the knee, which could keep him out of football for a number of months, to say the least. So, Ryan Christie, who was coming on to a phenomenal game, it's such a shame to see a player hit such fine form and then just suddenly have it turn all away from him. And you don't know how he's going to come back from it. This could change everything for him. Or he could come back and just play to full strength again and play his best football. And that's what we all hope for and what I most definitely want to see. Because Ryan Christie, as you know on the channel, if you've always watched me, is a player who I was never really behind. I never seen him as Celtic quality. And in the last 3 months or whatever, he has proved me a complete bam. He has shown everyone at Celtic that he can be a key player on this team. He's been scoring goals. He's been making goals. He's been that creative flair that perhaps we have been missing in the midfield for the last couple of seasons. Just that outlet to make chances. And then this injury happens. And we don't know how long he's going to be out for. Once again, wishing him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he gets back into the team playing his best football as soon as possible. Because he was looking instrumental. We need him for these big games. We've got Valencia now in the draw. It'd be nice to have him back for then. Realistically, as I said, there's not been much commented on the injury. We don't know how much the time frame actually is. But hopefully he comes back in time for these big games. Because he will be really needed. He's that creative outlet that, you know, might spark a chance against teams we struggle to break down. He was looking great in that midfield partnership with Rogic and McGregor. Things were going really well. And it's just a pain that that has to happen. It was just such a spontaneous moment, you know, him going in for a tackle, and it's just a shame that it's ended up the way it has. And obviously it'll affect his morale, it'll affect the team morale, and hopefully it doesn't dwell on his mind too much and he just gets right back into things and he comes back playing great football. Henrik Larsson broke his fucking leg and came back and was fucking twice the player. You know, so, you know, it can go either way. It can really go either way, but once again, it's now in area. Do we go and sign someone? January is going to be big. And it's a shame Ryan Christie has to be out, because now we might bring in a player who plays better than Christie, and then Christie struggles to get back into the team. It'd be a shame for him after playing so well, just to find himself lost in that kind of field of players who don't really get the chances that they deserve. It'd be horrible to see that happen after him playing so fine. I do believe that Brendan Rodgers will bring him back into the squad when he's fit again. But if there's players who are out playing him, he might struggle to get back into that week in, week out sort of football, which was bringing the best out of him. And we don't want to see him go back to that sort of mediocrity where he's not getting a game and he's just kind of there and he floats in the team now and then against in games like Hamilton and such. We want to see him in the team as much as possible, develop him for the club, develop him for the country, and really just get the fullest of his potential. So January is big for Celtic, and I'll probably make a very in-depth video on January and what I want to see, who I think we should sign, what positions we need to improve on. If we want to go past Valencia, we need to make signings. The Salzburg performance proved that. We did not look like we were anywhere near the level of Salzburg. And even at the weekend against Hibs, we looked flat. We looked like we needed life. We need players to have a kick up the arse. And by bringing players in January, a substantial amount of players, we should be able to do so. We've got 20 million lying there unspent from Dembele right off the bat. Straight away. He was sold with an hour to go on deadline day. So there's 20 million there straight away to improve in positions of the park where we really, really need improvements. Right back straight away, you think of, we need a striker now, as Griffiths is going, God knows when Griffiths will be back. Edouard needs someone alongside him to try and give him that boost of, you know, you need someone to compete with these players. Edouard now knows that he's going to be the week in, week out striker. There's no one to compete against him. And that we are playing the risk of Edouard getting an injury and then being strikerless. A striker is guaranteed needed. We need to bring one in. And hopefully Peter Lawwell does not refrain once more in another transfer window to give Brendan Rodgers money to improve the squad. Brendan Rodgers really needs the money. Now we're looking at a season where we could be looking at a title race. We could be. We're sitting third in the table now, yes, with 2 games in hand. We will go back to the top of the table. I know that for a fact, and by the close of the year, we will be at the top. I'm confident in saying that. But we still need to improve if we want to go and win the title convincingly, if we want to win the Scottish Cup, and if we want to get further in Europe. Strikers are needed, creative outlets are needed, a better right back is needed. I will go in depth about that in another video and why and such we need them. But will Peter Lawwell put the hand in the pocket with the 20 million we already have there sitting from Moussa Dembele, plus all the money we have made through everything else? We are loaded at the minute to bring in players that we can afford. So we need to do something. We need to make January exciting for the fans, exciting for the team, to give them that kick up the arse, and just to improve the team in general. So a lot is to be done. Griffiths needs a replacement for now. Whether that's a loan signing, I wouldn't be bothered. We just need to add depth to the team. We need goal scorers. We need quality. Am I confident it'll happen? Don't know. As I said, further discuss. But they were the 3 topics I briefly wanted to... I know I kind of briefly went through them all, but I don't want to drag the video to like 20 minutes long. So the transfer video will be in depth in the coming days. If you've enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your opinions to my opinions. As I said, speedy recoveries to both Leigh Griffiths and Ryan Christie. And I'll see you next time.